Hey guys, welcome back to Dirt Therapy, where we are taking the guessing game out of gardening. I'm Christina with Sunshine Grow Shop in Lexington, Kentucky. I'm super excited to go over our topic for this week. You say tomatoes, I say delicious. When I first started gardening, I quickly realized that there are a ton of tomato varieties to choose from. It was honestly super overwhelming. Today I'm going to break down the different types of tomatoes that you can choose from and hopefully make your choice a little bit easier. Tomatoes can be classified multiple ways, but some of the most common is by their growth habit and their heritage. One of the first things that you need to know is that there are two categories for growth habit for tomatoes. You've got indeterminate and determinate. Indeterminate tomatoes are going to be the classic tomato plants that you generally think of. They're going to grow as a vine, and they can grow anywhere from 6 to 10, even 12 feet tall, depending on their variety. Indeterminate tomatoes are going to produce fresh fruits for you continuously all season long. They'll continue to produce until frost develops in the fall months. If you're wanting to have fresh tomatoes nearly every single day, this is going to be the variety that you want to go with. Then on the other hand, we have determinate tomatoes, which are going to grow smaller and more bushy, reaching a maximum of 3 to 5 feet tall. These are the types of tomatoes that can be planted in a 3 to 5 gallon container, but they'll also do really well in the ground still. Now, when determinate tomatoes produce their fruits, they basically all come on at the same time. These types of tomato plants will produce all of their fruits within 1 to 2 months from their first fruit production. These varieties are perfect for those of you who need a large yield of fruits all at once. For instance, if you're going to be canning or making sauces or salsa, they're perfect. Another common way that tomatoes are classified is by their heritage. Tomatoes are either considered heirloom or hybrids. Heirloom tomatoes can be described as the antique or passed down tomatoes. Heirloom tomato plant seeds are harvested from a parent plant each previous year. With heirlooms, this process has been performed for over 50 years for most varieties. Heirloom tomatoes have a lot of character. Each fruit is going to be unique. They're going to look different in its own way. And a lot of people even say that heirloom tomatoes have an intense flavor with a wide spectrum from sweet to spicy to smoky to tangy to fruity. Now, unfortunately, there aren't too many heirloom tomatoes that are going to grow as determinate tomato plants, and we currently don't have any of these in stock right now. But there are tons of heirloom tomato varieties out there. We even have a ton of them in stock right now. You're going to look out for the Brandywine, Cherokee Purple, Mortgage Lifter, Black Creme, and Beefsteak, just to name a few varieties. Now, let's move on to the hybrids. Hybrid tomatoes are essentially a purposefully mixed breed tomato. Plant breeders will intentionally cross-pollinate two different tomato varieties to mix their desirable traits together. They're made to withstand diseases, pests, they have a longer shelf life, and they even produce more fruits. With hybrid tomatoes, they're going to give you the same color and shaped fruit, variety dependent, every single time. A few determinate hybrid tomatoes include Romas and Little Napolis, and arguably the most common type of tomato plants are the indeterminate hybrid tomatoes. A few examples of these are Better Boy, Big Beef, Early Girl, Super Fantastic, Jet Star, and Champion 3. Now, this was just a quick overview to hopefully give you guys a direction to go in when you're choosing your tomato plants this year. We currently have a ton of tomato plants in stock, and these are just a few of the options for varieties. I'll be attaching a document that you guys can open that discusses the different varieties that we've had in stock this year, as well as the best uses for those. Make sure you go and check that out. Our weekly blog is even going to discuss more basics when it comes to tomato gardening. I really encourage you to go visit that at www.sunshinegrowshop.com/news. I hope you guys found this video helpful. Please reach out to us with any questions that you may have. We'll be back again next week, and we're going to discuss hummingbird gardens. As always, happy planting, everybody.